Good afternoon, all, and I welcome all the social impact change makers in this session. So, today in this session, we will co create a very impactful session. But before starting, let me tell you that this is a very short demo of 30 minutes, and in this demo, I will let you know that what is this course about, how you will benefit from this course, and what are the things that you will do going forward. So before starting, let me introduce myself. I am part of Let's Rise Consulting Service. My name is Dev, and I have more than 20 years of experience in working in various social service purpose organizations, both internationally and nationally. I have worked in the fundraising system more than 2 decades in various causes, starting from environmental conservation, then child care, then human rights, then going to war veterans, then child care, then animal care, women empowerment, lot of other stuff. So what I bringing is a experienced, and market tested fundraising tips, which will help a lot of organizations and which can help a lot of organizations to do better impactful fundraising. So going forward, so this is a 30 minutes session about the course, and I thank all of you whosoever have completed the survey and submitted the survey to us, and I will show you what that survey data says, because fundraising is all about using data and taking decisions. So let's start. So this is a snapshot of the survey which all of you have filled, and this survey tells me that there are around 4 to 5 organizations. Individuals are also there, but most of the organizations here are society. There are Section 8 companies, trust also are there, LLP, one person is LLP, and then there are other entities also. And I have found that most of the change makers who have decided to come for this demo session, they have some certain pain points. I mean to say, why they want to take this course. For example, I see maximum is that saying that you struggle with fundraising and you don't have a fundraising team. The second most priority is that many of you have said that you lack structured or proven fundraising ideas to raise funds. Then it comes that the compliances, you are struggling to meet compliances. You want to know what are the compliances, you want to know what are the compliances needed for various kind of fundraising. And some have also said that you want practical tools and not theory. Some also have said that you want to learn from this course and then help your team to learn it further. So this is a very fantastic, interesting, I will say, data about the participants who have come for this demo session. Now I will tell you about, which is a very important thing, and why I'm showing you, because you will be knowing already this, but this will help you to understand that what is the fundraising flexibility for each entity. So in India, all the NGOs or social purpose organizations mainly registered themselves either in trust, society, or Section 8 company. And when you registered yourself as a trust, you can clearly see the governing law is Indian Trust Act 1982. And if you go under Society Registration Act, and if you go company, it's the Companies Act 2013. And how do you form it? So when you form a trust, it is through trust deed, and when you registered in society, you need minimum 7 members, and then if you go for Section 8 company, it's incorporated like a company. Now the fundraising flexibility. For the trust, the flexibility is limited. Society, moderate, and Section 8 high. Now, does that mean that trust cannot raise funds? No. This does not say that trust cannot raise funds. The fundraising flexibility means trust is limited, with trust will struggle to get CSR funding or institutional funding or grants, like restricted funding, because the restricted funding comes with lot of compliances. So, but trust can go for retail or individual funding or unrestricted funding, digital fundraising like that. Society moderate. I mean to say society is flexibility is moderate where it can go for both restricted and unrestricted. And Section 8 company, the fundraising flexibility is high because most of the NGOs in India right now are under Section 8 company, or if they are trust, they are changing themselves to society, or if they are society, they are changing themselves into the Section 8 company. Now there is also, all these data, all these details, the process will be deeply told by us in the course when you join the course. Yeah. So this is a snapshot of fundraising flexibility for each entity. Now I would also like to tell you that we will not take any questions during the session. After the session, if you have any questions, we can respond through our WhatsApp channel through which we were updating you for coming to the session or any other things. Our WhatsApp channel is open. You can shoot your questions there. We will happy to reply all the questions. Now the legal operation challenges. So if you're a trust or if you're a society, if you're a Section 8 company, what are the legal operation challenges you face? So if you're a trust, your registration process is very easy. I mean to say you can easily open in an NGO. Society, it becomes moderate. Section 8 company, it becomes very hard because you have to contain a lot of compliances. Fundraising flexibility, if you're a trust, it is low. As I said, you can only go for one type of fundraising. Society, it is moderate. Section 8 company is very high. You can go for all type of fundraising thing. Foreign donations, if you are registered, you will get in FCRA, you will register, you will get. If you are registered in society, you will get. And company, if you are registered, you will get. So what are the criteria of FCRA? That you have to complete 3 years of your registration, either in trust, society and company in India. After completion of 3 years, you should have 3 years annual audited papers. I mean to the financial details. It should be audited by a CA, and you should have that record. So when you have to apply for FCRA through FCRA portal, you have to open a separate SBI bank account in New Delhi branch, and you have to go through certain compliances there also. You will have to register the form, you will send the documents, the government MHA, Ministry of External Affairs will come, MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs will come and verify those documents, and if they are happy, then they will give you the certificate. The compliance is like annual reporting, tax audits. Trust, it does not require, very low. Society is medium and Section 8 companies high. Government grants, trust, very limited, because as I say, government will only give you grants if you have a very high compliance available to you. Society, moderate, and Section 8 company is the best. So trust from corporates and big donors, trust will always be in low priority. Society is a medium and Section is high. So this slide is very important. So in the course, we will very deeply go into the E section and explain and also tell you that how to do it. So this is just an overview to tell you that what there will be in the course. Now fundraising flexibility is structure. If you clearly see this thing, that if you have trust, society or Section 8, you can take local donations in all 3 entities. If you go for government grants, trust, it is limited. Society, yes. Section 8 is the best. If you go for CSR fundraising, if Section Company 8 is there, it is best. Society, possible. Trust, it is hard. Foreign donations, trust, it is hard. Transparency, credibility, trust is low. So if you see, if you're a Section 8 company, actually you can go for all kind of fundraising. But does this mean that trust cannot raise funds for? What will you do if there is CSR? CSR, the companies will see if you have a compliance ready. And trust doesn't require a lot of compliance, and the trust the CSR companies will give grants very less. They give grants earlier. Initially when CSR started, they gave, but later when they saw that the transparency and reporting was very hard in trust, so they stopped giving trust the grant. So lot of organizations who are registered in trust now going to register. They have registered this either in society or they have registered into Section 8 company again. But the first thing, that if you're a trust, you have to complete 3 years in a trust. Then you can convert to society or Section 8 company. But a lot of organization is converting to Section 8 company due to the compliance and due to the easiness of raising funds. Sources of funding. So if you see the foreign donation, government grants, CSR funds, it is quite easy for Section 8 company. Society also easy. Trust is a little bit hard. So in our course, you will find that the people who are trust society and companies, how they will raise funds, what kind of fundraising is engine is fit for their fundraising. All this will be explained in the main course. Now I will give you last year the CSR spending overview. In the last fiscal year, the CSR spending by listed companies rose to 16% to around 17 crores or 18 crores. This has happened because last year the companies or the listed companies had higher profits, and if you have higher profits, the CSR contribution should be also higher as per the law. And the top contribution, if you say, one is HDFC Bank, Reliance, TCS, and most funds went to education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. But the causes, I mean to say that if you have a cause of education, it's good news for you. If you are in healthcare, it's a good news for you. And if your program has a capacity or has a space to incorporate the new programmatic areas such as education, health, and environmental stability, you will get a good funding if your compliances are up to date, as well as you have the fundraising engine ready. Through areas like rural development and slum improvement show sharp decline. So if you are working on rural development and slum development improvement, so there is a very less chance that you will get. Even if you apply for the grant, you might be accepted, but they will not release you. Nearly all the eligible companies compliant, and they are growing discuss raising threshold to develop smaller firms. Now all the eligible companies who are compiled and they are growing discussion about CSR eligibility threshold to rebel smaller firms. That means small entities. They are now, earlier they are funding bigger, now they are now focusing on smaller. So if, for example, if you have not have a big team or a big program, you have a very small yearly program of say around 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs, you require a program funding benefit of 10 or 20 lakhs, you can apply for them and they will give you. But the criteria is that your compliances should be top level, then they will give you. So sector-wise allocation, as I said, education received the highest allocation, healthcare, then environment stability, and declined as I said earlier, the slum development, rural development. So these two slides are to tell you that how can you bring change in your program approach. You should not completely change your programmatic goals, but if you can add new things, if you are able to, then your fundraising, getting funds or putting your proposals will be much more easier for you. You will have a much more larger net to throw and to approach the funding agencies. Now I will give you an overview of everyday givers in India. If you see in this slide, as I speak to you, the fundraising is going on in India. Every organization is getting funds. They are trying their level best to receive donations from everywhere. So if you see, I have divided this slide into channels: online platform, online facilitators, giving platform, and social purpose organization. So on the right hand side, these social purpose organizations are the NGOs or social civil society. So I have put the bigger ones, I think, who are all Section 8 companies. They have all Section 8 companies and they are big, they're international, they're national big organizations, and they are receiving a lot of funds because their compliance at a top level. I am showing you not to intimidate you, but to tell you that if you are putting your effort to bring your compliance to the level, so even if you're a small NGO, even if you're a very small NGO who have a budget of not more than 15 lakhs, 10 lakhs, actually you can apply for the fund and you can go for the fund. For example, in this slide, you can see online platforms, which is a retail, e-commerce, subscribe giving, marketing, marathon. There are a lot of areas to do fundraising, and you can, choose which one you can do depending on your fundraising readiness. And this course will help you to decide which one you should take and go forward. Now, this slide is currently in India. Which are the fundraising channels which are doing good? If you see telemarketing and face-to-face, this is retail. Then there is a website, it's a digital SPO website and self-initiated giving. That means somebody is coming to your website, social media, they're seeing your story, and after seeing your story, they're going to website and they're in the donate page, they're donating. So it's like, automated. Then e-commerce mobile platforms, then you have crowdfunding platforms, then subscribe giving. So you can see this currently, these are the landscape of giving in India. Why I'm showing this? Because after doing our course, you will get this kind of understanding that where I should input, where I should put my brains, and where I should put my money. And if you don't have money, you can at least think of that how can I build my fundraising engine to go to at least one of the levels in a smaller scale. You don't have to do in larger scale. Small scales, as I said, as it has been said, small drops make a ocean one day. So like that. So fundraising is not a magic stick where you move it and the magic happens. You have to invest, you have to build it with small steps, and this course will help you how to build your fundraising engine. For what kind of fundraising engine? This is the a snapshot of the funding donors. If you say foreign funders, corporate social responsibility, retail funders, HNIs, UHNIs, and how you should get it, and what are the different accesses to reach them. And to reach them, so when you do fundraising, when I say compliances, there are certain things you need to have. For example, as I said, that ATG certificate is must. Even if you don't have FCRA, ATG certificate must. 12A certificate is must. PAN card of your organization, latest annual report, latest audited financial statement, complying with section 135 of the Companies Act, all those stuff. There are a lot more on the compliance, which I say will be told very, very deeply in the course, which we are selling right now. So by just spending 3,999 in this course, you will able to answer the following questions. After the course, when you complete all the 7 sessions, and this is a live 7 sessions, there will be live, it's not a demo, it's not a recorded session. It's a session which will be taken by me for 120 minutes. 7 very impactful sessions which will tell you, and you will able to answer all these questions which I have noted down here. And that will be very helpful for you. And this course is a very unique course. In India, no organization can sell this course in this cost, and nobody can also deliver in this cost. There might be fundraising courses available, but they are very costly. But because I am from the social sector, I understand. But when I go for my own consult, because right now I am not also part of Let's Rise setup, I am also working in various advisory roles, in like director positions, advising the CEOs of the organization to build a fundraising readiness engine, or partnered with a lot of other organizations for training. So when I go for training, each session I charge 5,000 rupees. But here for session, I'm saying we are charging only 571 per session. Why? Because I feel that the learning which I have, I can spread the learning to the small compact organizations which can make much more impactful impact in the Indian society to create an equitable society. So that's why this cost we are giving. This course consists of 7 online sessions, as I said, each of 120 minutes. The session will happen over Google Meet. The sessions happen over weekends, which is very feasible for you. Each session will cost 571. Once you pay, then you will receive a session invite via Google Meet. We will provide you the QR code for doing payment for each session by email or WhatsApp. After completion of 7 sessions, you will get 2 free sessions of 45 minutes for mentoring. And this is the overall course outline. If you see, very clearly we have written how you have taken. And the most important thing in this course is that you have to do each session. So suppose if you decide I will not do fundraising landscape, I will do only compliance, and I will not do, it will not help you. You can come for the compliance sessions, but why you are doing the compliance sessions? So every session is related to every other session. So that's why I am giving the suggestion is that you should complete the course and see, what, why, how, because in this cost, I think you will not feel that you are being, not getting best. You will get best, you will do best, and you will be empowered to do great fundraising for your organizations. And after this course, if you think that you need other help, so our organization Let's Rise is also doing consultancy. So in a very minimal charge, you can sign a MOU or agreement with us, and for fundraising, where for any input we only charge 500 rupees. For example, in a month you are only calling us for one input, so you are only paying 500 rupees in a month. So if a month you're calling for 5 inputs, so 500. So it's depend on your needs. We have designed our services. So this is the final thing, that please enroll for this course. We are going to send you now QR codes, and I'm just handing over to my colleague Ravi. He will explain you more better. Ravi, over to you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining this session, and I hope you have received, the useful information by my colleague Dev. And what I want to add over is things like, this is purely a kind of guidance we want to provide you, so that you reach your goals of, raising funds in different ways, and also knowing the country's current compliances that matches as per your restrictions. So these today, since everything is already said, I don't want to repeat such thing, but I want to request you one thing, that this is the very minimal cost, and this is the one thing that will add value to your team or any skill you want to pursue in the fundraising. So after this, if you are interested, we will share you the payment QR code after this session to your email ID, and you can pay and enroll to your courses, so that you will get a chance to become a part of our community. And it is always we are there to be helping hands for you, as mentioned by Dev. So thanks Dev for your valuable insights to the session. And I think we should open the Q and FAQ if there are any questions from the group.
Yes, Ravi, as I said in the beginning, that because this is a 30-minute session, so for question answer session we will not have time, but they can always respond to our WhatsApp business channel for any questions. So once we send them QR code through that, or we can say email, and if they want to take the course, they have to say yes, I want to take the course. We can send them QR code. They can pay together 3,999, or they can pay for each session separately. Suppose if I take the course, I pay the first session 571, so I will receive the invite in the Google Meet, and then the participant comes, we conduct the session. So like that it can happen.
Sure, then I hope it helps. I will say thank you for coming to this session and giving your valuable time. So as mentioned, we will be sharing every details over your WhatsApp as well. The same information can be accessed, and you can pay and join the course as soon as possible as per your convenience. Thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone. Take care. Bye bye.